live. All right, I'm live. Let's get a little bit of light on the subject. Woo! Okay. All right. So, as you can see, it's been a while since I've been on here. My hair is growing in. I didn't go to the. Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I didn't go get my. I didn't go get my hair cut for some time. I did it myself. I just took the razor and then one of my kids helped me with the back, so that it wouldn't be uneven. All right, so here we are, March 22nd. What a crazy day! What a crazy life! What a crazy world sometimes we live in, huh? All right, so today I want to address the subject of falling off and getting back on the wagon. So, as many of you know, yourselves, if you have been on any weight reducing, calorie reducing, keto, whatever it is, we've all fallen off the wagon. If you haven't, congratulations. You got more self-discipline than probably 99.9% of the population who have a go at this, trying to lose weight. Yeah, it's not an easy thing. And as you can see, I really haven't been doing too well. Okay, so the last few weeks I fell off the wagon, and I've gained a few pounds. And today it was time to deal with it. One reason is the last couple of weeks my sugars have been like in the teens. Like it's if the temperature is in the teens, that's a good thing, especially coming out of this winter season, which wasn't too bad for us anyway. But if you're the type of person that checks their blood and you've got an insulin resistant issue going on, or you're type 2 diabetic, let's try to take diabetic and diabetes and put them into one word, which I really shouldn't do. But if you're on insulin or metformin or nothing, but your sugars are high, then it doesn't make you feel very good. You're tired 24/7, and you feel fatigue. You can't think. Your eyesight is a little bit forget it. Is a little bit weird. Try to clean your glasses, and it's a pain in the wazoo. So everybody knows what it's like to go through these things. So, and I am no different. I was raised in a home with lots of goodies, and anyways, so I won't get into that. But okay, so I've started today. I have been up at this time. It's 2:17 in the afternoon, or 14:17 for those of you who are in 24-hour time-keeping lands, countries, whatever. So up to this point right now, I have been fasting almost 15 hours, right? And I feel good. I feel good. I got quite a lot of extra sleep last night. I've been eating just bad things. Let's put it to you that way. Been eating bad things, and it has not helped with my blood sugar. In fact, I'll show you a little bit of what my blood sugar has been like over the last little while. Well, let me just see if I can get a bit of a score on. Okay, this is my last 7 days. As you can see, it's been 14.2 mimols. Mimols, I don't know how you pronounce it. MMOL, right? So my last, hey, why is it? Oh, that's 7 days. My last 14 days have been 13.4. Sorry, I got this light ring here and it shows up at 13.4. My last 30 days has been 11.6. My last 90 days, 10.6, because I wasn't doing too bad. I wasn't doing too bad at all. And, but suffice it to say, it's just the last few days have been full of all those kind of numbers. And they're in the red, you see? They're in the red. I want to be, okay. Okay, there's one 7.8, and you can see it's a different color. I'm colorblind, so I think it's orange, right? That's where I want to be. Okay, so it's just been up and down like a toilet seat. So I'm back on my goals, drinking more water. My son even encouraged me, you got to drink more water. Dad, have you been drinking enough water? No, I've tried. I've done whatever. But as soon as it starts to get warm and stuff, I'll be drinking lots of water. But I have been drinking my coffee, of course. So, and it's nice and hot, tastes good, and that's all I've had today. So I'm just gonna have my meal. What I might do is I might have just do the OMAD thing. OMAD, one meal a day, today and maybe tomorrow, because I really want to focus and concentrate on getting my sugars down. And I haven't a clue what to have for dinner, which isn't really a good thing. So there's another thing. Well, first and foremost, there's initially one thing that you can do to get on track. That is to plan your meals. Now, if you're anything like me, I'm the type of person that I like to just eat when I want to eat and what I want to eat, and I'll look in the fridge and think, oh, that looks good. That combination looks good. I'm not great at planning out, pre-cooked, pre-done, pre-containered recipes. That's just how I am. I just don't like doing that. So probably I should be more like that. Probably I should do more things like that, but I don't. So I've got to really focus on that, right? I don't know. You know yourself. You might be thinking, oh, I would die for. You can fill in the blank, and hopefully it's not going to affect your sugars. It could be a keto thing, or it could be just something that's low sugar, but maybe a little bit high in natural carbs. Um, yeah. So the hard thing for me, of course, is bread and jams and all these things. So what you want to do is you want to try to just get rid of those things. Or if you're like me, you'll say, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll buy no sugar or low sugar uh, things. And you know what? After a while, like it's nice to have it on there that's sweetened by maybe stevia or whatever. Fruit is still high, but if it's like strawberry or raspberry, blueberry's a little bit higher, and I have some marmalade, even though it's no sugar or low sugar, it can still get high. So you're still really consuming about 5 grams of carbohydrates per tablespoon. All right. So talking about calorie dense food or carbohydrate dense food or whatever food that is going to be more uh, wholesome nutritionally, you could use those 5 grams of carbs elsewhere. Maybe to have some carrots or green beans with a meal, right? So you're going to run into things like that, and you have to make a choice. What am I going to have? And instead of having bread, which also is going to be high, unless you buy especially low carbohydrate bread, which, okay, tell me if I'm wrong, but I have I have tried a lot of different breads like that, and I really can't find one that tastes that great, right? I really can't. So the other thing that you could buy are certain cracker breads that are really low, like the Rivita type of ones, and there's a lot of varieties that you can get with that. It doesn't have to just be the seeded rye type of thing, which is a little bit almost like what the monks used to eat back in the 11th century or whatever, but I don't know if they did. Anyway, so yeah, so if you've fallen off the wagon, get back on it. You've got to consider what to, and even if you're half-hearted at this, just say to yourself, okay, I don't really need to eat junk constantly. It's not going to do me any good. And everybody's going to be at a different stage. I must confess, that if it was just a weight issue and not a sugar issue with me, I probably would continue ad infinitum eating junk. But you know what? I don't want kidney issues. I don't want toes lopped off or legs lopped off or have to go to dialysis because I am not making wise choices for my life. And you're the same. So you gotta try to figure out what to do as well in this. And so I invite you to consider what is your goal, anyways. It's getting near the end of March. It's 22nd of March, and pretty soon April and May, and then you're in the summertime, and you don't want to be walking around like a big globular jello fat whatever. You just don't. You want to look nice in certain clothes. I have some shirts, some really nice shirts I'd like to wear this summer, but I can't right now. So I'm looking at this as my health. You have to ask yourself the question, why do you want to even do this to begin with? And mine is, yes, I want to get the weight off, but first and foremost, I've got to get my sugars down so that I can lose the fat. Because, if insulin is high, fat is not going to burn. It's just not going to burn. You have to get your insulin down. And that's the thing. And then the fat will burn. You'll crank up the furnace, but you have to be consistent. And that's what getting back on the wagon is all about. So, yeah. So I just wanted to do this brief video. I don't want to last here for 15 minutes of just yakking. But if you've been in a situation like this, then get back on the wagon. Even if you're just half-hearted, even if you can just say, okay, I'm going to make a good decision and have something. I'm not going to get fast food. I'm not going to eat sweets or goodies or things that are just going to continue to feed your sugar cravings. And that's what it really comes down to. You can stall those sugar cravings and have something that's rich tasting. So if you have some eggs, then have some cream cheese with that. Put some cream cheese with your bacon. What's really good is just a glob of. I mean, like I'm not into fancy foods as such. I take a glob of cream cheese and take some bacon that's already been cooked and maybe cooled down a bit, and just mash that in with the cream cheese and eat it, or put it on a low carb piece of cracker. It is so delicious. It really is very tasty. And even though I'm fasting, I can talk about these things because it doesn't affect me. So try that. Give that a go and see what happens with that. But by all means, get on that wagon, and you have a great day. And I'll try to be on more consistently and let you know how things are going with my fasting regimen. That's my premier priority, fasting. If you're finding keto eating difficult, then get into a fasting regimen. Okay, just start off. There's a number of good books. I have Jason Fung's book here on the complete guide to fasting, and it's $23. I actually got this I think I got it for $6. I got it cheap off of Marketplace, Facebook's Marketplace. So see if you can search around and find it, or just go look up Jason Fung. He's all over YouTube, and watch him, read his stuff. Don't make this an expense. Okay, if you've got the money, go out and get it. It's very helpful, but there's so many things on YouTube, and then you can watch little bits and bites of it and get some ideas. And I find that's another thing and I didn't want to go too long. I'm almost at 15 minutes. I don't want to go past that. But the other thing is, if you're watching bits of YouTube videos about carbohydrates and keto and intermittent fasting and stuff like that, I find there's usually something that's said that will help to motivate you and stimulate you to that end. Okay, gotta go. Have a wonderful day. Bye now. Bye.